just in your group and not like globally.
So did you guys subscribe to Cell Wellness?
Yeah. So Subscribe Cell Wellness with Leanne is live now. So I think I'm good. Okay.
Oh yes, you're there, Chloe.
You can see me?
I can see you.
Yay. Okay. I'm going to switch back to Zoom and then make...
I'm going to mute. Am I there? I don't know if I'm there or you're just there.
You mean on Facebook?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to switch back to Zoom.
Okay.
So I think we can just see Chloe in the screen. Sorry, everybody, we're a little bit late. Chloe had to Zoom direct herself, normal tech issues on the water.
Tech drama.
So I'm going to mute my...
Cool. Okay, Leanne, you are muted, so I'm taking that as a sign to start class. So we're going to go. Okay, so I'm wearing my massive cans today. Well, I normally do because playlists are important, in my opinion. So the playlist Leanne, I think, shared, so 1 Hour Dreams Take 2 mix. It starts with Shanty Peace Out. So if you're listening to this playlist with me, press play on that first track. Make it loud. And actually, I want us to start in a child's pose. So take your time. Take your time. Bring the knees onto your mat. Bring them wide. Bring the big toes together. And let's sink those hips down toward the heels. Or, yeah, that's what I mean. And slowly bring the forehead down toward the mat. Now, if your hips don't reach the heels, no sweat, maybe lift them up a little higher if it feels better. But the whole aim, right, is to let go. Do what you need to do to get comfy, to soften. And as we get comfy, as we soften here, as we get heavy into our mat, I want us to start to breathe like we mean it. So deepen your breath. And as you breathe in, can you feel the back ribs expanding? As you breathe out, let something go. Tension, tightness, worries, tech dramas. And just keep breathing slow and deep. And wherever you are in your day right now, I want you just to arrive right here and notice how you're feeling. Notice, really, really notice what's going on for you today. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, deflate. Take another few breaths. Let's start this yoga thing slow. I want to move from what we call embrained in Blissology yoga to embodied, shifting from this overthinking, overactive mind to this feeling body, right? Being way more connected. And from this place, we're going to stay low, keep the forehead on the mat, but can you just start to reach your hands as far forward as you can? Head stays heavy, elbows are lifted. You might even want to TP your hands here. Breathe. And slowly, let's keep the hands reaching, but let's reach them over toward the right. Slowly walk them over. Now, the more right your left hand goes, the more you're going to feel it. So stretch the left side and breathe. And let's really slowly walk the hands to the left. So again, the further left your right hand goes, the more you will feel it. Breathe. Stay soft in the jaw. Yeah, let's come back to center. And really slowly, from our child's pose, let's lift up to tabletop. Hands and knees. Bring the knees a little closer. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. And let's see if we can find a cat and cow. Breathe in. Lift the tailbone. Open the heart. Breathe out. Round the spine to the sky. Now let this be, kind of like this whole practice, a breathing exercise. And just feel, again, that inflation, that deflation. Take a few more rounds. If it feels good, maybe wiggle the hips as you do this. Maybe shift forward and back, left and right. Let this be about waking up that spine, finding some space. And I know that we're all practicing at home right now, not being in a studio can be a different experience. But let's decide that those distractions from maybe sounds, my end or yours, or people in your house, your boat, or even the mental chatter, let's decide not to let it get in the way of us getting present and centered and feeling a little more joyful today. It's the whole point of this stuff, yeah? All right, let's bring this spine back to neutral. And neutral is more like that cat, right? So we're kind of broad in the back. And I want us to stretch the wrists. So can we turn the inner wrist to point forward? And maybe the answer is hell no. That's all right. Find an angle that works. And maybe paw the mat a bit with your hands. Maybe cat and cow again. Just noticing the difference that this different hand position makes to the rest of the pose. And then can we turn those inner wrists to point out so the fingers point toward each other? Again, same thing. You can wiggle around a bit here. You can paw the mat with your hands. Cat and cow, maybe. Yeah. And then turn those inner wrists to point in. Keep breathing. I got one more little stretch for you. Maybe you do one hand at a time, maybe both hands at the same time. It just depends how you're feeling. Bring the top of the hand onto the mat. So the fingers point back toward the knees. We're not just on the knuckles here, but the whole back of the hand. Just pause. Can be a lot, so take it easy. Spread the fingers wide. Again, maybe cat and cow. How does that feel? All right. Wiggle the fingers maybe. And let's tuck the toes and release the hands. Let's come to sit on our heels. So we're moving from hands to feet, getting a little stretch in these toes. Make sure all 10 toes are tucked. And just give those wrists a little wiggle. We're going to be using the wrists a little bit today. It's a weight bear. So it's important that we warm them up, yeah? So spread the fingers wide, play the piano with your fingers. Get some movement in your thumbs. And let's interlace the hands and just circle the wrists. One direction, go slow. Keep breathing. And change directions. I always end up doing a little Mexican wave here. All right, kind of cat and cow style. Keep the hands interlaced. Let's press the hands forward as we breathe out and round the back. Chin comes to the chest. Let it go. Breathe in. Press the hands to the sky. Open the chest, gaze up. Let's do that 2 more. I know it can be a lot for the feet, but that's kind of the point. If you need to untuck the toes, you can do it. Goes for every cue that I give you. You can ignore me whenever you need to, right? One more breath. And let's release these hands, bring them onto the mat, untuck the toes, maybe give them a little wiggle. You can tap the mat with the feet. Next pose, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers rather. Lift the hips up to the sky. You'll have to forgive my mat, it walks around on this carpet. And just pause here, maybe pedal the legs a little. How are you feeling in your dog today? Good, tight, open, tired. It's all good. Spread the fingers wide, press down through fingertips. Let the shoulders be super broad, let the spine be long. Couple breaths. Yeah. All right, you guys. When you're ready, can we super slowly start to walk inch at a time toward the hands? If you're mega tight, don't worry about it. Lift the hands off the mat a bit. Let's come to the top of our mat. Feet are pretty wide, bend the knees. And let's just flop forward. So really bend the knees. Let the head go super heavy. You can grab out the elbow. And close the eyes. Just sway a little. How are you feeling? Breathe. Can you get even heavier in the upper body? Take one more breath. Let the hands drop down toward the mat. Now, if it's all good in the spine, can we ragdoll to stand? So, like we're being inflated from the feet upwards, just super slowly. Unfurl the spine. Shoulders, head, chin comes up last. Let's pause at the top. Let's find Tadasana, mountain pose, or what I like to call superhero pose. So adjust your outfit. And spread the toes wide. Roll the shoulders back. The palms face forward. Let's grow tall. And superhero because I want us to believe like we can change the world by taking care of ourselves today. So again, breathe into the pelvis, into the back of your ribs. Breathe something out. And let's salute the sun. It's super cloudy this morning where I am. Hopefully there's somewhere you are. Reach up. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Dive forward. Take a halfway lift. Breath comes in. Go at your own pace. Breathe out. Take a plank pose and lower. Knees can be down. Elbows close. Easy does it. Take an inhale. Take a cobra. Use the feet. Elbows in. Shoulders back. And let's exhale to downward facing dog. Yeah. I really hope you'll listen to this playlist. There ain't nothing like Sun Sounds to Pink Floyd. Just lift the corners of your mouth to the sky. A big part of this for me, of yoga for me, is about taking it a little less seriously. Taking ourselves maybe a little less seriously. So just lighten up. Breathe in some light. Breathe in some joy. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, I want you to bring the feet to the top of the mat. You can step, shuffle, you can walk, jump. Take a halfway lift when you get here. Breath comes in. Breath goes out. We fold and stretch. Inhale, reach all the way to the sky. And bring your hands to your heart. All right, round 2, same thing, yeah? Reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, dive forward. Halfway lift, take a breath. What we're doing really with the hands and the feet is kind of dictating the length of the spine. So they're not just these kind of props to keep us upright. I want us to use the feet, use the hands. Take a few more breaths. Last one. Inhale, you know what to do. Bring the feet forward. Halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Into the sky, grow tall. And hands to your heart. Let's do this one more time. So this is going to be the best feeling round yet, yeah? The best feeling. Breathe out, dive forward. Halfway lift, breath comes in. Plank and lower, breath goes out. Take your time. I want you to find those spaces in between these poses. Downward dog. Yeah. What a day to be alive. A few breaths in your down dog. See if you can fix the gaze, or maybe close your eyes. This drishti, a fixed gaze, a focused gaze, can really help us slow down. It's like the opposite of motorway driving. Give your brain less to deal with, less to compute. 2 more breaths. Yeah, all right, next breath in, you know what to do. Forwards we go. Breathe out, fold and stretch to your own degree. Breathe into the sky. And hands to your heart. All right, let's breathe in, reach up. If it feels good, can you arch back? I've got a dodgy back right now, so I'm not gonna. But if you want to, go for it. Lift the chest up, take a breath. Now, can we breathe out and fold? Halfway lift, breath in. Now, let's send the right foot back, hands on the mat. Can we send the right foot back way back? Now land on the toes, stay on the toes. Inhale, lift the hands to the sky. Let's find this high lunge place. Pause. Shoulders relax. And really fire. So I was talking about the feet controlling the spine. Pelvis, right? Pelvis too. So really press the front right hip forward from the power of the back foot. Engage the belly slightly. Soften the jaw. Fix your gaze. Lift the corners of your mouth. Take 1 more breath. And on your next exhalation, can we reach both hands forward? Lean forward. And I'll land the right hand on the mat, same line as left foot. Circle the left hand up to the sky. So we find ourselves in this twist. Send the left sit bone back, the crown goes forward. If you're hearing weird noises in my room right now, there's a couple flies really obsessed with my big lights. Just bear with that. Take 1 more breath. And circle, breathe out. The left hand, circle it forward, down to the mat. And step the right foot a little closer. Can we straighten the legs? Maybe bring hands onto the left thigh. Send left sit bone back and right as the crown goes forward. Take a big breath in. And the aim is to stretch, right? So fold a little bit till you feel it. Maybe a little more, maybe a lot. By the way, you don't get extra points for bringing hands to the mat. If it feels good, you can do it, but keep driving that left hip back and right. Crown goes forward. Now the bugs on my lights are my distraction. What are your distractions that you can be at more peace with? Yeah, maybe sounds, thoughts, to-do lists, that mess at the other side of your room that you need to sort out. Just be all right with it. It's all good, you guys. Take 1 more breath. All right, hands to the mat if they're not already. Can we lightly lift the right toes to the sky? Gaze forward, take a big breath in. Breathe out and fold a little or a lot. We're stretching. Reach the right toes to the sky. Roll the right thigh in toward the left slightly. Doesn't matter how high you get, just feel it. Spread the toes. Breathe. We go for 1 more breath. Yeah, join the feet slowly. Breathe in. Take a halfway lift. Yeah, some space for that left hamstring. Breathe out. Fold. Stretch. Can we breathe into the sky? Maybe arching back, maybe not. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to your heart. All right. Let's do that on the opposite side. Breathe in. Lift up. Open, open. Breathe out. Dive down. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Left foot back. Nice wide stride. Land on the toes. High lunge, our next pose. So reach them up, those hands. Again, let's press the left hip forward. Engage the belly slightly. I want you to feel, it's all about feeling. Feel the front of the left thigh starting to stretch, starting to open. Now relax your shoulders and your jaw. Find the breath. Don't lose it. Take 1 more. Let's breathe out. Send those hands forward. Lean forward. Bring the left hand to the mat. Same line as right foot. And circle right hand to the sky. Now this right hand can have a tendency to kind of lock out up here, but let it be soft. Like it's a helium balloon, or it's tied to a helium balloon, lifted to the sky. Use the left fingertips to press down. So anytime we're bearing weight on our hands, use the fingertips like you mean it. Helps protect the wrist. Take one more breath. Let's breathe out, circle the right hand down to the mat. Now, straighten through the legs. You can step the left foot a little bit closer to the right. Lift the hands onto right leg and just align those pelvises, those hips. So we send this right sit bone back and left. Crown goes forward. Take a big breath in. And breathe out, start to tilt forward. As far as feels nice, keep driving the right hip back and left. Crown goes forward. Again, we're using the feet to dictate the pelvis, to determine where we are in space. Don't let them just be like these little bean bags keeping us upright. Fold and feel it, guys. Breathe. One more breath. Okay, hands on the mat if they're not already. The left foot's going to lift. Go slow. Gaze forward, breathe in. Now can we breathe out and fold a little more? Spread through the left toes. Feel the air between them. Try and roll the left thigh in toward the right so the hips stay level, so we're not kind of lifting that left hip up. It's not height before anything else. Yeah, try and keep level. Breathe. Long spine, long breath. When you're ready, breathe in. You join the feet, halfway lift. Breathe out, we fold. To the sky, reach up. And hands to your heart. Okay, what I want us to do is the same movement, same poses, but one pose per breath. Yeah? Alright, let's do this. Reach up, breathe in. If you get lost, don't worry, it's a good place to be. Breathe out, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's go right foot back, land on the toes. Inhale up for high lunge. Can we exhale, bring the right hand down, circle the left hand to the sky. Inhale, gaze forward, straighten the legs. Hands on the left leg. Breathe out, fold and stretch, pyramid pose. Hands on the mat, lift the right foot, breathe in. Breathe out, fold and stretch. Join the feet, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathe into the sky, grow tall. Last side, breathe out, fold down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Move fluidly, left foot back, exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Left hand down, circle right hand to the sky, breathe out. Breathe in, gaze forward, legs are straight, lift up. Breathe out, fold and stretch. Hands on the mat, lift the left foot, breathe in. Breathe out, fold and reach. Join the feet, inhale. Breathe out, exhale. To the sky, reach up. And hands to your heart. Alright, one more time. I'm just feeling it. Lift up, lift up, lift up. I hope you are too. Breathe out, fold forward. See if you can find more fluidity. Halfway lift. Right foot back, exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Go slower. Even though we're speeding up, go slow. Breathe out, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale, circle, gaze forward, legs are straight. Breathe out, we fold in this pyramid pose. Inhale, the back foot lifts, gaze forward. Breathe out, fold and reach. Join the feet, inhale. Exhale. Fold, fold, fold. Inhale to the sky, one more round. Breathe out, let's fold down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Talk about getting warm, left foot back. Inhale, high lunge. Left hand down, circle right hand to the sky. Go slow, don't rush this stuff, guys. Inhale, gaze forward, long spine, long legs. Breathe out, fold and stretch. Left foot to the sky, breathe in, hands down. Breathe out, fold. Join them feet, halfway lift. Breathe out. to the sky. Last time. Hands to your heart. All right. Now, bring the feet a bit wider. Reach the hands to the sky. Shoot some peace into the universe. So peace fingers, Woodstock hands. And then breathe out. Let's fall forward and grab our big toes with these hands. So, if you've not done this pose before, the big toes are kind of standing on those two fingers. The thumbs point forward, the palms face each other. Now, you might need to bend your knees. You might need to bend your knees a lot. It's all good. This isn't about getting more likes on Instagram. Yeah, this is about getting more space in tight places, feeling better. So spread the toes wide, press the feet down, and feel like these sit bones are lifting to the sky, whether the legs are bent or not. Let the head grow heavy, breathe. See if you can slow the breath even more. See if you can slow your heartbeat. One more. Yeah, alright. Just the second pose in this place. Bring the hands behind the back. Now can we reach those hands away from the shoulders? The shoulders reach them away from the ears, and maybe those arms start to come over. Now maybe they don't, maybe they're like an inch off the back. It's all good. Knees can stay bent. Find some space. Longer breath. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release the hands down. This is my least favorite pose. Maybe yours too, but they say we got to do them, these least favorite ones of ours. Chair pose. Sweep the hands up, bend the knees. You might want to bring them feet a little closer. But I want us to find, so often what I'll see is like the ribs kind of splaying forwards and the bum kind of sticking out behind us. So I want us to engage the belly a bit. So decrease the space between your lower rib and your pelvis. It's almost like we're hollowing the belly. If you eat a lot of cake like me, then it won't actually be a hollow, but you know, just feel that. Broaden the back, and you can do that with breath too. Breathe in and broaden that lower back area, the back of the ribs. Maybe sink a little lower. Maybe find a little mini chair today. It's all good. Breathe. Go for 5, 4. Smile. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down. Okay. I promised you a little arm balance love, which you can accept or not, this mission of arm balancing. Let's just find a few stages. Bring your hips into a squat if you're not already. The hands are on the mat. So we're going to try a crow pose. So if you know your crow pose, just go into it. Fly, yogi, fly. If you don't, let's break it down. Hands are on the mat like we would do in downward dog. So press through fingertips. Have them about shoulder width. Lift onto the tippy toes and gather the elbows in toward the center line so the elbows bend. Just a little bit. I want you to bring the inner knees onto the upper arms, somewhere like that. So can you feel like hip opening helps with arm balances? I know that seems crazy, but it does. So just stay here. Maybe you want to just play with shifting onto hands a bit more, just playing with the weight distribution between hands and feet. Now, the next step is to really bend the elbows and to lift the hips and shift forward. So we're not dropping down the head, we're shifting it forward. Keep the hips lifted. And then maybe one foot can lift. Maybe both feet can lift. Breathe. Gather in toward the midline. If you're flying, awesome. If you're not, no sweat. Maybe just play with your squat today. Yeah, and actually, as I mentioned, just by opening the hips, maybe next time you'll get a little closer to flying. Gather in, lift up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whether you nailed that or not, high five. Take it back. Plank pose. You know your vinyasa, yeah? Lower, slow. Inhale, take a cobra. It's just that sun cell. And down dog. Downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Spread the fingers wide. Spread the shoulders wide. Let's get the spine long. Man, I was cold before class started. I'm not now. Let's lift the right foot to the sky. Breathe in. Let's breathe out. Bring that right foot in between the hands. If it only comes halfway, grab the ankle and drag it forward. Drop onto the left heel. Keep the right leg bent. And let's reverse our warrior. So, left hand, left thigh. Right hand up. And I want us to feel like the heels are in relatively the same line. I also want us to feel that this right knee, the bent right knee, is pointing forwards in the same direction as your toes. And again, your belly, engage it slightly. So this part of your back goes a bit broader. Now breathe like you mean it. Press the right armpit forward from the power of the left foot. Go for one more breath. Yeah. All right. On your next exhale, straighten through the front leg. Tilt the pelvis. Now, you know, I talked about the feet dictating where the pelvis is. So we really find that in triangle pose. So I want us to decrease the space between right hip, right thigh. Crown reaches forward from the power of the back foot. Right hand down, left hand up. There's my hip clicking. Now at this part of the back again, broaden it. How do we do that? With breath. By using our abdominals lightly. Gaze up. We should feel this on the right thigh, inner right thigh. The right hamstring, the left side waist. More long breath. Roll left shoulder, left hip back more. Spread the toes. And for one more, lighten up. It's all good. And as you breathe in, reverse your warrior again. So what we're going to do is flow between these two places. All right? So breathe in. Reverse warrior. Now as you breathe out, tilt the pelvis, use the feet, right hand down, left arm can reach overhead. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Now I know, again, we're kind of speeding it up, we're moving with breath, but go slow. Really feel the transition between each pose. Breathe out through an open mouth, find softness in the hands. One more time. Yeah, this time reach out, reverse your warrior. Pause here. And what I want us to do is flip onto the toes of the back left foot into high lunge. So we're turning to face the top of the mat. Now breathe in. Imagine you're gathering something in. Open the chest. Maybe it's some lightness, some joy, whatever. And exhale, press something forward, lion's breath. Inhale again, gather in. Hands are soft, breathe out, let it go. One more. All right, bring the hands to the mat, drop the left knee down, and just walk this right foot over to the right. So, let's get a little closer to the ground. Left knee can walk back, crown presses forward. Again, use the hands and the feet to kind of dictate where that pelvis is. So send it back and slightly left. Maybe there's a little rock around here. All right. And from this place, just take 2 more breaths. Yeah. Now I want us to see if we can bring the hands under the shoulders. Can we lift the left knee off the mat? So we're on the left tippy toes. Can we walk the right foot out to the right a little bit and then lift it up? I'm shaking. Send it back to a 3-leg plank. This is an option, guys. You can skip it. Lower, slow. Inhale. Take a full cobra, upward dog. And a downward dog. Breathe out. Whew. That got me a little bit warm. Find a moment in downward dog. Remember, child's pose. You can find it anytime you need to. Just go for 2 breaths wherever you are. And let's do that on the opposite side. So the left foot lifts up. Breathe in. Can we breathe out? Bring that left foot in between the hands. Drag it if you need to. Drop the right heel and reverse your warrior. So the front leg bends. Again, heel to arch or heel to heel. Something like that in the feet. Left knee points forward. Left toes point forward. And I know I'm like really dissecting these poses, but ultimately it's a feeling. So what should we feel? Strong legs, space in the left side waist, soft hands, more long breath. Let's go for one more breath. Slowly straighten the left leg and we tilt the pelvis. Use the feet to find that decrease of space between left hip, left thigh. Legs are straight but not locked. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. And try not to put weight on your left hand. So try not to kind of use the left leg as like a prop to keep you upright. See if you can turn the palm to face the same direction as your chest. Right, roll right shoulder, right hip back. Hollow that belly, or at least feel like that's happening. More breath. Last one. Breathe in. Slowly, let's lift up. Reverse our warrior again. All right, let's move between the two. You guys ready? Feeling it? Breathe out, triangle. Now you can extend that right arm overhead. But let's let the hands be mega soft. Reverse it, breathe in. Breathe out, bring it down. Just a few more. How slow can you go? This isn't our to-do list. We're not rushing through it. It's about feeling better, yeah? One more time. This time, reverse it. And then turn, flip onto the toes of the back right foot. So we're in a high lunge. Breathe in, gather something in, open the chest. Breathe out, let something out, lion's breath. 2 more of them. Breathe in. Breathe out, press forward. Inhale, one more time. Really lion's breath, stick the tongue out. Hands down, drop the back knee. All right, just simply walk left foot to the left. Hands down, you can walk the right knee back. Just find a little wiggle here. Little bit of a hip opener. How are you doing? Are you tighter this side, like me? Maybe you're looser this side. Maybe it's about even. Just become aware. That's yoga, really. Just that awareness. Couple more breaths. It's the only problem with practicing on carpet. Your mat moves. All right, guys. Hands under shoulders. You know what's coming. Lift the back right knee. Walk the left foot out a bit. Lift the left foot up. Send it back. 3-leg plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower, slow. And cobra. And downward dog. All right. Whew. Actually, let's take a child's pose, man. Knees wide, toes connect. Just like we did at the beginning. How you feeling? Just take a few breaths. Do you know what we did at the beginning? Do that here. So really let go. There's no effort. There's been quite a bit of effort in this practice so far. But let the effort go. Every exhale, soften a little bit more. And we're going to focus on the hips for the next few poses. So when you're ready, take it back, downward facing dog. From downward dog, can we lift the right foot to the sky? So I'm going to show you a couple variations of pigeon. Bring the right foot to the outer right hand. Drop the back knee, and let's just walk this right foot to the left. Don't skip this setup. So we're on the pinky edge of the right foot. Now, the leg is bent. The more that you bend the right leg, the less stretch you're going to feel. So if you're strong, if you're tight, bend the leg a bit more. Don't be afraid of that. You can walk the left knee back. Top of the left foot comes onto the mat. And pause, stay high. Press the mat down, lift the spine to the sky. So remember, we're using the hands, the feet, to get longer in the spine, to make sure that we're not dipping onto the right hip. Now, second variation, if that's not feeling good for you, come onto your back, bring the right ankle onto the left knee, right? And you can go deeper and lift the left foot. You can even hold onto the back of the left thigh. It's a really good option if you're feeling a little more stuck. All right. If you're in this regular pigeon pose, keep the spine long, keep the effort in the feet, press down, and let's slowly lower on down. Yeah, I love pigeon. What you can do is bring the right hand forwards and out slightly. Use those fingertips, use that right hand to kind of direct the pelvis. So send it back and slightly left, like we're sending that pelvis to the back left corner of our mat. Where's the breath gone? Lengthen it again, breathe out through an open mouth. And again, let's feel, as we breathe in, like we're bringing in something we need. Maybe some joy today, some lightness, some patience, kindness, whatever. And breathe out, feel like we're literally letting go of tightness in the right hip. Open mouth, let it go. A couple more. Right, I don't want to leave this pose. I love pigeon, but let's move out. Take your time. Whether you're on the back, or if you're on the back, actually, come to seated. If you're in this pose with me, drop the right hip down. Yeah. I'll bend the right leg a lot. Can we send the left foot forwards and bring that left foot over top of the bent right leg? Yeah, so here, you know what, it's weird. Normally I'll show you the lesser variation before the deeper variation, but this is an exception. So if you find that you're really struggling in this pose, the hips are really tight, this is already a bit too much, or if you're in any doubt at all, just go ahead and straighten the bottom right leg, lift the toes to the sky. Otherwise, the cues are exactly the same. I want us to shift the hips to the right slightly, way more grumpy than others, and that's okay. It's part of being a human. I love the idea that there are cues of people out in the cosmos somewhere waiting, cues of souls waiting to have this human experience, the highs and the lows. So if you're in one of those lows today, it's all good, accept it. Breathe in more joy. It's a damn good day to have a damn good day. All right, untwist slowly. Now you've got the option to roll over the knees maybe and take it back to downward dog. If the rolling over the knees doesn't work, don't worry, just fumble back. Whatever, just find your way back, to downward facing dog. All right, reset, find the fingertips, shoulders are broad. And let's go ahead and do that on the opposite side. Left foot to the sky, breathe in. And use that hand to press the pelvis back and right. Keep effort on in the left foot especially, long breath. Breathe in, expand the back. Breathe out, let tension go. Just a few more. Go deeper, maybe if your body lets you in, the right knee can go further back. Alright, now slowly all the way to the left hip. And let's take a seat. Coming on to some of my favorites. Adho Matsyendrasana, this first one. Bend the left leg and bring the right foot over top. Now the left leg might be straight. And that's alright, if the hips are tight, straighten the left leg's cool. Otherwise, keep it bent. Just for a second, can we lift the hips up? Shuffle them to the left and really anchor the right sit bone down. I want you to pull almost gently the right knee over to the left. So we should start to feel this in the inside of the right hip. You can cradle right leg with left arm, twist, or, elbow to the outer knee. And more than just a spinal twist, can we feel this on the hip? Adjust it if you need to get into your right hip. More long breath. See if you can slow it down, fix your gaze or close your eyes. What can you do to make this pose feel even better? We do more of that no matter what. Take 2 more breaths. And unravel, come to center. Gomukhasana. Now either the left leg stays straight or keep it bent. Can we try and bring the knees kind of on top of each other? But again, it doesn't matter if they don't stack like mine are here. They can be separated. But the same thing applies. Right sit bone, send it back and down. The right knee, bring it over toward the left slightly. You can bring elbow to the outer knee. You can use the right hand behind you to help you open up that right hip even more. More breath. Engage the feet. Don't let them be lazy. And let go of unnecessary tension in the jaw and the forehead. Couple breaths. Now slowly release, come to center. Cross the legs the opposite way. Either the right leg is straight or keep it bent. Lift the hips, shuffle them right slightly. Left sit bone super heavy. Cradle, left knee with right arm. Bring it over toward the right. Start to feel into the left sit bone, left hip rather. Twist. Maybe elbow, outer knee. Easy does it. Few long breaths. Let's go for 2 more. And we untwist. Now stack the knees if you can. The bottom leg can be straight. Most of the weight, bring it onto your left sit bone. So we're kind of dragging the knee and the hip away from each other. Twist right. Breathe. Use your left hand to help you get more into the left hip. Long spine, long breath. Spaces between the thoughts, maybe. Just a couple more. And this stuff is good for them hips, hey. And when you're ready, unwind, come back to center. And just bring the feet wide, one last pose here. Bring them wide. Upavishta Konasana. As wide as feels good. Grow tall. And start to tilt forward. The tilt is important, so you might want to sit on a blanket or something to lift the sit bones up to help you forward tilt the pelvis. Remember, not rounding the spine. Come forward a little or a lot. Where's your sweet spot? Keep the toes alive. Keep the spine long and open. More long breath. Go for a couple more. See if you can adjust to make this feel even better, no matter what. It's about feeling better this whole practice. ready, slowly we rise. Just 2 more poses here. Right elbow down, lift the left arm over. Left sit bone is heavy, long through the spine, long breath. And it should feel real good. Adjust it if you need to. Take 1 more. And lift it up. Last side. Left elbow down. Right arm, reach it, reach it, reach it. Turn the belly more to face the sky. Man, we should be feeling way more open after this practice. I know I am. Take 1 more breath, 1 more breath. And then slowly rise up. For the last time, just tilt forward. Long spine, last pose here. Come forward a little bit or a lot, it's up to you. How does it feel? What can you do to make this more sustainable physically, more joyful, more enlivening right now? Last couple breaths. And when you're ready, rise up. Just cross the legs. Just cross the legs. Maybe sit on a cushion or something. It doesn't matter. And again, we want to find that forward tilt in the pelvis rather than a rounding of the spine. Long spine. Shoulders relax. Long breath. And Shavasana's ready for us, it's waiting for us, just a minute or so. Yeah, just notice how you're feeling, notice your energy, notice your breath. Notice the practice. And everyone that you're practicing with right now. What can you do to be present with me in this moment? What can you do to be more at ease? Nothing else matters but this place, right here and now. Slowly from here, can we meet in Shavasana? So any layers, any jumpers that you need, grab them now. Any eye pillows. We're going to be in Shavasana a little while, so make sure you have whatever you need to be comfortable. Come all the way down onto the back, maybe stretch a little. Maybe take a sigh. And let's let our bones grow heavy. Can we loosen our grip on those bones? Every moment, every simple exhalation, we grow heavier with gravity into the earth beneath us. No matter where you are right now, feel the planet. Every simple inhale. Feel the ribs expanding. Every easy exhale, feel them softening. What can we do in this place to completely let go? To totally relax. Let's find that prana, that chi, that energy that we're after here. Now just start to notice your fingers, your toes. Find a gentle movement there. Take a deep breath in, maybe stretch a little. And when you're ready, roll onto one side. And let's press up to seated. Just take your time. Take your time. Find a seated pose. Again, sit on a cushion if that feels good, or not, whatever. Just get comfortable. Just take a sigh out. Eyes are closed. Again, let's find presence. Let's be here together right now. Can we feel ourselves energetically? No matter what, we've got energy in our bodies that we spread around. And our yoga practice is just a way for us to recalibrate that energy, to make it positive, lighter, kinder. Can you feel your atomic body, which is mostly space, right? The vibrations of the atoms that make up your cells, that make up your bones, your muscles, your eyelashes, your fingernails. And how the atoms in your left hand were probably from a different star to those in your right hand. even as we breathe, let's feel a connection to the planet, to the universe, to this cosmos. The hands, can we lift them up? Palms face the sky. And as we breathe in, just let them float upwards. As we breathe out, turn the palms face down, let them sink back down. Just find this movement with breath. Feel the fluidity of breath. The ocean quality of breath. And turn the palms to face the sky. Bring them onto the backs of your knees. Just feel for a moment, just feel what it's like to exist. I know we're all separated right now, but what it's like to practice together. What it's like to be connected to fellow human beings. No matter what, you're not alone. And just bring the palms together over your heart. Bow the head gently. And let's close this practice with gratitude. What can you be grateful for right now? Can we take our practice with us? Can we spread this light around? I know this life of ours is very easy to slip into fear, to pessimism, to panic. Let's live more from this place. Let's think more, speak more, act more from this place. For ourselves as well as for each other and our planet. Let's decide to make the world a brighter place to be. From this yoga state of mind. Guys, thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. Sending you love and high fives and hugs. Namaste.